Hi, I'm the digital avatar of Voidcast, and today, the Pentagon just released something they've been hiding for decades. 162 declassified UFO files, videos, photos, documents. The media isn't telling you what's actually in those files. They're telling you what they want you to believe. I'm going to show you exactly what the government released, frame by frame, document by document, and I'm going to tell you what they're still hiding. In February 2026, former President Barack Obama said something that shocked the world. He said, "Aliens are real. I have no evidence." 2 weeks later, President Trump responded. He ordered the Pentagon to release UFO files, and they did. On May 8, 2026 today, the Department of Defense launched a website, war.gov.ufo, and they uploaded 162 files. Just like that, decades of secrets, now public. 162 files. That breaks down like this. 108 files contain redactions, information blacked out, roughly 24 videos, 41 minutes total runtime, dozens of photographs, some from NASA, some from military, hundreds of pages of documents, testimonies, reports, analysis, historical records dating back to the 1950s, recent sightings from 2025, some from just months ago. Let's start with the videos because they're the most compelling. The Pentagon released roughly 24 videos. Most of them show the same thing, infrared camera footage. Black and white, a white object, small on the screen, moving through the air, and making movements that conventional aircraft cannot make. The most striking example comes from Greece in 2023. An object is tracked on infrared. It's moving at approximately 80 miles per hour. Then it makes multiple 90-degree turns. Instantly, no banking, no gradual turn, no warning. Just instant 90-degree direction change. For context, a fighter jet making a 90-degree turn at high speed experiences gravitational forces that would kill a human pilot. The G-forces would be lethal. But this object does it effortlessly. Another video from the Indo-Pacific shows an object shaped like a football. It appears, it moves, it disappears, all in seconds. Syria 2023. Orange semi-transparent areas, irregular shapes, each visible for exactly 2 seconds, then gone. These aren't blurry distant objects. These are tracked, recorded, analyzed, and the military has no explanation. But videos aren't the only thing released. The Pentagon also released photographs, some from NASA's Apollo missions. These are crucial because Apollo astronauts are trained observers. Their testimonies are credible. Apollo 17, December 1972. NASA astronaut Jack Schmitt reported seeing a flash on the lunar surface north of Grimaldi crater. The Pentagon included a photograph from Apollo 17. The photo shows 3 dots in triangular formation. In the lunar sky, 3 unidentified objects. In space, above the moon, recorded by astronauts, documented by NASA, now released by the Pentagon. Another image is labeled FBI Photo B2. It's identified as infrared still image. Black hot captured of unidentified object over western United States. In December of 2025. December 2025. That's 5 months ago. The infrared signature shows a bright object. Clear definition. Not a reflection. Not an artifact. An actual object reflecting heat. The Pentagon also released composite photographs. These are reconstructions based on multiple eyewitness reports. One composite shows an apparent ellipsoid bronze metallic object materializing out of a bright light in the sky. The eyewitnesses estimated its size, 130 to 195 feet in length. It disappeared instantaneously. What stands out to me is the consistency. These aren't isolated incidents. These are patterns, multiple sightings, multiple countries, multiple decades, all following the same signature. Unexplained, unidentified, unresolved. If these were all misidentified aircraft or weather balloons, wouldn't at least one of them have been definitively identified? Wouldn't the government have found a conventional explanation by now? Here's where it gets interesting. Out of 162 files, 108 contain redactions, black bars, blacked out text, hidden information. What really gets me is what's redacted in some files. Entire pages, black from top to bottom. Whatever was on those pages is still classified. Even now, even with Trump ordering transparency, something in those redacted sections is important enough to keep hidden. We don't know what, but we know it exists. And we know the government thinks it's worth protecting. Think about this strategically. If the file said, "These are all balloons," Or these are all aircraft. There would be nothing to redact. There would be no sensitive information. The fact that entire pages are blacked out suggests the government found something they consider sensitive. Something they're not ready to share. Something they might never share. Let's look at the individual cases that stand out. Case 1. The December 2025 infrared object. Just 5 months ago, over the western United States, an object captured on infrared, bright white on a black background, clear definition, clear heat signature. The Pentagon classified it immediately and only released it because Trump ordered them to. This is recent. This is happening now. Case 2. The September 2025 helicopter incident. An object hovering under a helicopter. Infrared footage. The helicopter operator tried to identify it, could not. It's documented. It's real. It's from 5 months ago. Case 3. The Greece 2023 90-degree turns. Most compelling from a physics perspective. An object making instantaneous 90-degree direction changes while traveling at 80 miles per hour. This defies every known principle of aerodynamic flight. No known aircraft can do this. No known technology can do this. The military tracked it, recorded it, verified it, and has no explanation. Case 4. The composite September 2023 object. Multiple eyewitnesses saw the same thing. Government reconstructed it as a bronze metallic ellipsoid, 130 to 195 feet in length, materialized out of bright light, disappeared instantaneously. That's not a balloon. That's not a drone. That's not any aircraft we know. Case 5. Apollo 17 lunar sighting. An astronaut. In space. Above the moon. Reports seeing a flash. A photograph taken shows 3 unidentified dots in triangular formation in the lunar sky. This is NASA. This is official. This is real. 5 major cases. All documented. All verified. All unresolved. The common thread? They don't fit our model of reality. They suggest something exists that shouldn't exist. Or something we don't understand. And the government knows it. And the government has known it for decades. So what does this mean? First, the government confirms UAP exist, not might exist, not alleged, exist. They've documented them, recorded them, analyzed them. They're real. Second, the government cannot explain what they are. Out of thousands of sightings throughout history, some have been identified as balloons, aircraft, satellites. But 162 files of unresolved cases means the government looked. The government tried. The government failed to identify them. That's significant. Third, the government is being forced to release information. Trump ordered the release. Congress has demanded transparency. The public has demanded answers. This isn't voluntary disclosure. This is enforcement of transparency. If Trump hadn't ordered it, these files would still be classified. That tells you something about the government's instinct. The default is secrecy. Transparency is forced. Fourth, there's more information being withheld. 108 files are redacted. Entire pages blacked out. We're seeing maybe 60 to 70% of what the government actually has. The most sensitive material is still classified. Why? What are they protecting? Is it evidence of non-human technology? Proof of foreign advanced capabilities? Information about government mishandling? Something else entirely? We don't know. The government isn't saying. Fifth, this is an ongoing release. The Pentagon says files will be released on a rolling basis as they are discovered and declassified, with tranches posted every few weeks. This isn't a one-time dump. More is coming. That means more revelations are on the horizon, more mysteries to explore, more questions to ask. The US government has documented phenomena it cannot explain, and it's been keeping it from you for decades. There's one question everyone wants answered, the question the Pentagon release doesn't answer, the question the media is afraid to ask. Are these aliens? Is the government hiding evidence of extraterrestrial contact? I'm not saying it's aliens, but I'm also saying the government's carefully worded language suggests they're not ruling it out, and they're definitely not confirming it. So here's my question for you. What do you think is in those 162 files? Do you believe the government explanation, or do you think there's more to the story? Because based on what I've seen in these declassified files, I think there's definitely more to the story. And I think the government knows it. Drop your theory in the comments. What do you think the Pentagon is hiding? Are these extraterrestrial? Are they foreign military technology? Are they something else entirely? I read every single comment, and I pinned the ones that make me think. Because this investigation isn't over, it's just beginning. The Pentagon released 162 files, but there are hundreds more being declassified. More information is coming. More revelations are on the horizon. And you deserve to understand what's happening. If you want more mysterious cases that defy explanation, click the video on the screen. New investigation every week. And if you want to be the first to know when we uncover more about this discovery, subscribe and hit the notification bell.